couple of questions. I want to just ask you about the Rugby Championship in a second, but just some updates quickly. First, Scott, please, on both Bowden and Scott Barrett.
Both available. Stu Barrett's ready to go.
Awesome news.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Awesome news. All right.
Pleased.
Does this Rugby Championship feel different from others recently? I know you've only been charged for one other one. It feels like it's really important, that it's even more important and more valuable to win this year. Do you get that feeling?
My job is, I understand definitely, Muddy, and the importance of it. I think what you're saying is everyone's feeling is how competitive it's going to be. You know, you've just got a Aussie team that played some great footy at the back end there of the Test series. You got the South Africans, we know how strong they are, and the Argentinians on their day, so creative. Got a lot of professional players coming through Europe that come back that are really, really well coached. So it's it's a hell of a competition, very, very tight, and just what we need.
One more question for me then. What's more important this year? And I mean, this is just a question we ask on this side of the microphone. Is it more important this year to win that Rugby Championship, or is it more important to beat the Springboks twice at home?
They're one and the same, aren't they? I think anyone that's looking at it to win the Rugby Championship, you got to beat them twice. Well, anyone's going to beat each other twice. That's probably the reality of it.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Cheers, Muddy.
Andrew Seville.
Sev, we've got everyone. We've got the big dogs on.
Hello. Wouldn't go that far. You can hear me okay, obviously?
Yeah, got you clear. Thank you.
Have you settled on your team, and will that be the same team for Test 1 and 2 in Argentina?
Yep, settle on the team. We name it internally tomorrow morning. And look, what I've learned in the last 3 tests, you never guarantee that it's going to be the same team. So we play rugby, and it's a game of brutality, and it's a beautiful part of it. So look, guys have got to play well. It's a competitive squad, and we'll look to have some continuity, but also if people perform and we need to build some depth, there could be a couple of changes.
I know you mentioned the Barretts before. What about the other guys that are coming back from injuries? Is everyone available that you took?
Wallace is still not available for the first test, and Tamaiti Williams has still got another week of full training with us before he becomes available for the second test as well. But the boys off the plane that played NPC, Simon Parker, Peter Larkai and Josh Lord made it pretty well. They trained with us today and they were great.
Simon Parker all okay?
Yeah, he's good. Mate, he's a tunny fella. He's ready to roll. He's good. He started great in. It was good to talk to the team about what it meant for him to be here, and what's inspired him and how he's got here. Was a nice moment for him, and like we normally traditionally do, we huckered him in and welcomed him.
So he did that in front of the team today or yesterday, or?
Yeah, that was yesterday. Yeah, no, we it's part of tradition, All Black tradition. When someone arrives and is named into the squad, so it was a great moment for us to get him into the group and be a part of the All Blacks.
Just finally from me, how good is it? Yes, you were together for the French series, but how good is it to get away?
Yeah. Oh, it's great. One of the gifts of being involved with an international rugby team is touring, and you're living with a group of people that love the same sport as you, and you've got some great mates, and you've got a target at the end of the week, but you enjoy the process of getting there and having fun, but also when you cross the line for training or playing, you can switch, but the connections offered are a great part of our game.
Hi, Coach. How are you, mate?
You're good, Jamie. Great, thank you.
Good. Good to hear. Hey, just on Artie, he's played, I think, about 17 games this year already and started and finished most of them. Given he's such an important part of the team, are we going to be seeing some sort of load management for him going forward, just given how much he's already played this year?
He just had 3 weeks off, and he's probably in the form of his life. So we'll take it week by week. We're mindful of his minutes, but look, one thing about him, he's resilient and consistent, and we look after and manage individuals, but he's in the zone at the moment, so we're pleased. But thanks for the sports science feedback from you, Jamie. Well done, good homework.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah.
And just on Argentina, now they've had a really interesting year. They've managed to beat, I think, every other major Test nation that they've played, including the British and Irish Lions. And then they've just dropped a series to England. What have you made of them as an opponent? What have you learnt from them over the last year, especially since the last time you played?
Yeah, well, it's still in our memories a year ago, and a couple of bounces of the ball and stayed in a fight in Wellington. They create a lot. They're a team with a lot of experience. A lot of them play in Europe. They're really well coached, and they play with passion. It's been a long time since we've been in Cordoba and played, and with their fans and the passion that come with it, it's on the night. As you said, they create a lot, and they've got speed to finish, so they're threatening. And I've mentioned this before, but with Test footy, the top 8, anyone can beat anyone on the night. You've got to be at your best in every game. So that's the exciting part of this tour.
Yep.
Alex, do you have any questions?
Can do. Evening, Razor. Hope all as well. Just on Cortez, has he stepped up in the absence of your other recognised nines?
Yeah, he's played over 10 tests for us now. We gave him a good crack last year to be ready for moments like this. He's learning like everyone does, but he gets the ball off the deck and into our 10's hands, and we want to play fast, and he'll just get better with experience and maturity.
We've obviously had the news last week that Richie Moan is coming back midway through next year. Has there been a reaction in the squad? Has it talked about it all?
In our squad?
Yeah.
No, I think everyone's just really, really pleased. I think New Zealand Rugby is pleased, and just general rugby supporters that everyone is coming back into our game, and he's going to be around for a Rugby World Cup. He had served our country for a long time, and he's going to come back and do it again. And one thing we're really proud of is all the retention of our players. We've got a group of guys that are hugely committed to the All Blacks, and it's great to have another one back.
Do you have to sort of put an arm around guys like Bowden and Damien to let them know that there is sort of room for all the 10s you can have?
It's a pretty leading question. No, they're big boys. They know the game. It's game of professionalism. We're here to compete. The jersey's bigger than everyone, buddy. It's so everyone knows that it's always earned. That's the exciting thing about it.
Cool. I'll hand over to give someone else a crack.
Hey, Razor, Mark Hinton here. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, excellent. Hey, apologies if hopefully this wasn't asked. I just missed the very start. But how ready is Wallace for Test action if required? And the second part, any concerns about his lack of recent rugby?
Yeah. He's at the moment, tracking for Test 2. If all going well with his recovery, same as Tamati Williams.
So are they the only two of your group there that you won't consider for week 1? Is everyone else fit and available?
Yes, they are.
And just talk to Skipper and Bowden, the two Barrett boys. They've obviously both made full recoveries. Just speak to their readiness, I guess.
Yep, a couple of the Barretts are good. Yeah, they Bowden's hands fine, and Scooter, his legs all good. He's rehabbed really well. He's taken that chance to really recondition, so he's in great condition. And
just lastly from me, Scott, just the wing area, a lot of discussion around, I guess, options and who's best in those positions. Does it feel like, from your perspective, it's still a bit of a work in progress in terms of, I guess, establishing a clear pecking order, in your group? Is this still a competitive area as you look at it?
Yeah, a lot of areas are competitive, which is great. And, you give guys opportunities, and they have to take it and own it. And it's good. It's a good thing. Like, we've got a lot of guys that can play in different positions. It's how I feel about you're playing one or two positions, and guys have doing that at the moment. Some are transitioning, some have been there for a long time, and we've just got to get the best out of them, whatever the situation is, build some combinations and cohesion, and keep creating so they can finish.
Thank you.
Hey, Razor, can you hear me?
Yep, I've got you, Richard.
Yep. Today, hey, we talk about playing in Argentina. Obviously, you scored the famous try, 2001. But just to I know you've touched on it before, but what makes it so difficult playing in Argentina? Your recollections as a player, now you're going as an All Blacks coach. Can you just give us an idea of what the atmosphere, etc., you can expect to be?
Yeah, we're actually trained at River Plate facility yesterday where that game was back in 2001, and I just sort of, that 40 meters I ran, like I just sort of extended out. No, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was just catch and dive, really, I think it was, but it was nice to be back there and sort of, reflect on it. But it's quite interesting. The rugby over here is such a football country, but when you arrive as All Blacks, everyone remembers it. They remember that moment. They remember Maradona being there. They remember them leading to 80 minutes. So they're still living on it. They haven't beaten us in Argentina. So there's a lot of passion. Like the game that we went to the other day, the football game for Boca's Junior, everything's, the hands is exclamation marks, and they're just so passionate. Like, they sang for 2 hours. Their playlist was unbelievable. It just wouldn't stop. It just kept going and going, and that's what we expect in Cordoba.
Okay, just on your try, I mean, I'm a generation above these kids who probably weren't even born in your team. But do they know the history about that sort of thing and that try? Did anyone come up to you and say, "Oh, coach"?
No, I didn't do a highlights reel of myself, Richard. No, not at all. It was probably not appropriate, but I don't know if they've got TikTok and all that stuff to do what they need to do. But no, we didn't. We should always start the week with history, where we sit, what the past is, and what past All Blacks and legacy has been left here, and what the expectations is for us, and we shaped it. And I think everyone knows what's ahead of us this weekend. Now it's a chance to build and perform on Saturday night.
Okay, good, Scott. And just one last injury on my list. Tupu, is he fully recovered from his concussion symptoms? He's
fine. He's clear.
Yeah. Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks.
Did you meet Maradona that day?
No, I didn't. But I know he was definitely there. There was more chat about him. I think Maradona's here, everyone knew, but no, I didn't.
Hey, Razor, John Day here. Are you still buying Ben Blair some beers from that day?
Yeah, Ben, it's afflicted. I suppose you sort of move on as a player, but when it comes back to you, like Ben obviously had a nice right foot step. That's probably the only move he did have, and and he can only pass off his right hand as well. So it was great to get that on the chest and dive in. But he created it. I think Contaponi missed touch, and a couple of passes later in the far corner. But that was a hell of a test. As a reminder, the passion that night, and and just getting to play them, you realise how much these tests over here are and how much it means to them. So yeah, as a reminder.
And just on your current squad, you got some newbies. Simon Parker's one of them. Would he be ready for a cauldron in Argentina and Test rugby this weekend? And what do you like about him, and what position can he make an impact?
Oh, we obviously like him a lot because we picked him, and he can play 6 and 8, and he's off one sleep. But he turned up today. We've had some great weather here, and he started straight in. So we'll find out Thursday if he's playing some footy on Saturday.
And Kyle Preston as well. How's he fitting in at the next level up?
Yeah, good. No, look, great. Look, sort of 1 or 2 trainings in. So, look, he's getting the ball off the deck and he does his homework. He's a good pro.
Cheers.
Thank you.
We're
good?
getting close to needing to wrap up here, I think, team. Is there anyone with a burning question just to finish off?
Can I just ask, Razor, did everyone in the squad go to Boca Juniors? It looked like quite a few of the guys there.
There's a few that didn't. A few that didn't, but there was a good crew. Like, it was a pretty special moment. Obviously, the connection with the team is Adidas, which was their sponsor as well. And there's a couple of teams over here with that connection. So that was a nice touch for them to go and represent a team that they also sponsor. And yeah, like I was saying, it was like a concert really with football being played. Yeah.
And you head to Cordoba on Thursday, is that right?
Correct. Thursday afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
You went to it. Awesome.
Scott,
Hey, thanks everyone.
Just before you
Thanks,
go,
Scott.
one more for me, just quickly. Argentina's never beaten the All Blacks in Argentina. How wary of that do you have to be for a side going up against a side that seems to have been inspired by making history against the All Blacks in recent years?
Firstly, just take it. Make sure you're aware of it. That comes with the expectation of our duty, and just realise there's a bit of history in your moment. We've got to prepare for it and be our best on the night.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone.
Thanks,
Cheers.
everyone. Thanks.
Ka
team.
kite. Cheers.